as a fire may burn a hopeful rest, burn to the root my desire. Just as a fire may burn a hopeful rest, burn to the root my desire. How can I love thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Hello, hello, friends. Nayaswami Hriman here from Camano Island on a cloudy day. Today is Wednesday, October 13th, I believe, and we are going to go to Whispers from Eternity. Just as a fire may burn a hopeful rest, burn to the root my desire. Just as a fire may burn a hopeful rest, burn to the root my desire. How shall I love thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? How shall I serve thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Just as a fire may burn a hopeful, burn to the root my desires. Just as a fire may burn a hopeful, burn to the root my desires. Let's do our Whispers reading today. I'll open it up here from our favorite book of prayer demands by Paramahansa Yogananda. Demand to set fire to the forest of darkness. This is number 149 from Whispers from Eternity. I built a fire of devotion in the dark forest of delusion. Alas, the fire only smoldered. Then thou didst come and set fire to a few of my frailties. That fire quickly spread, consuming the bushes of my prickly desires, my tall, towering vanities, and the thick underbrush of my arrogance. The whole forest of my darkness is blazing now, and I behold only thy light shining everywhere. I thank thee, Father, for thy help. Help me thus always. Let me open a path of light for all to follow. Well, this is sort of an interesting reading. Here we are on the west coast of the United States, where forest fires during the summer and into the fall can rage, even millions of acres and homes and things all burnt up. And so we have this prayer demand to burn up the forest of my desires. I'll repeat that little. Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desires. Pretty heavy stuff. Fire has, of course, a destructive quality, but it also has a purifying quality. We use fire in our homes in a million different ways for cooking and heating water and lights and so forth. We use fire in all of our manufacturing processes. Out of heat is born stars and planets and so on. And so this dual nature of fire is something we partake in. We have the fire of digestion, don't we? And when our digestion fires are too cool, we don't digest properly. And if they're too hot, we get, heartburn, as we say. So how do we use fire correctly? Father, help me thus. That was an interesting sentence in this prayer demand. You see, the secret of happiness, the secret of success, the secret of health is to expand our awareness beyond that which is only just in front of us, that which only draws our attention and ignites the fire of our desires. You see, a person of self-discipline, self-control, a person of compassion, a person of maturity who can see things from the viewpoint of other people, all of these very human qualities are characteristics of an expanded consciousness. And with that expanded consciousness, we can live more completely, more with greater fulfillment in what we do, because we consider the realities that are around us and not just those that tug at us for immediate satisfaction. I like to tell the story of that piece of pie in the refrigerator. There it is, this party goes on in your home, and there's, I don't know, a lemon meringue pie or a coconut cream pie, my favorite. And there it is, there's some leftovers in the refrigerator, and you've had a fun evening, let's imagine, pre-COVID, with a party of friends and so on. But you have trouble sleeping. And sleeping fitfully, you awaken around midnight with the recollection that that coconut cream pie is right downstairs. Everyone in the house is asleep. And so you get up quietly, go down those stairs, sneak into the kitchen, open the refrigerator door. Hopefully that light isn't too bright. And there it is, that coconut cream pie. You reach down, pull it out, put it on the counter. All you need is a fork. You don't even need a plate. Nobody will ever know. And there you are. You tuck into your first piece of coconut cream pie. Yum, yum. And then the rest of it's beckoning you there. Golly, nobody's around, and I'm still kind of hungry. And so you tuck into the next piece, maybe even a third piece. Well, guess what? By the time you hit that third piece of pie, you're gone. Your awareness is just, you're not present. You have to be present to win. Mindfulness is the presence of mind, to be aware of what you're doing, aware of what you're thinking. We see in life around us the forest fire of addictive habits. Food is one of the least of them, I would say. There are many versions of an addictive habit, including our cell phones and other things, video games. Those fires of desires, those fires of habits, when you get immersed in them, it's when your consciousness narrows to a singular focus, but not the kind of singular focus that's beneficial. And so we forget ourselves. The embarrassment that people feel when they overindulge is not the product of Puritanism. It's the product of self-forgetfulness. If we are calmly present, even in our sense pleasures, if they're legitimate to us, that one piece of coconut cream pie seems harmless enough, one a day. And so if we can be present with what we do, aware of what we're doing, I'm not talking about mental stuff, just present. This is why the present is a gift, because it brings to our awareness a greater reality. Now, for those of us, as I suppose anyone who'd watch this program, who are also devotees of that highest reality, known by many names and by no name, then of course we are offering ourselves up for the assistance, for the power, the higher power. It's one of the things about the recovery movement that I appreciate is the recognition that, particularly when you're down in the dumps with your addiction, but in any case, the recognition of the need for a higher power, the power to change, the power to grow, comes from above. And so that forest of desires, we don't wish any forest fires on anybody, but sometimes they come. They come in the form of illness, they come in the form of bereavement, losses of various kinds, and the burning desire. You don't have to go to hell. Hell is right here and now for those who are addicted to burning desires. So let us offer ourselves up to the cooling flames of grace that descend when we lift our gaze upward, soften our heart, and say, I am thine, Lord, be thou mine. Bless you And we'll see you tomorrow. Padma returns to Whispers from Eternity.